Burgers of Raven before it switched over to Juan Cena. But LA Dweebs first on the hill, as you expect them, being on that closer side. But it's a contest fest at this P1. No team wants to give it up. Kills are going back and forth, but there's that third kill by Gianca to give Boston Burgers control of this P1 hill.
Yeah, we're going to see if this Boston Burgers can have a bit of a better performance than we saw from the last Boston Burgers squad. But we'll have to see about that. Poseidon with some great shots there onto Raven, going to be able to lock down this P1 for their squad. Of course, Gianca going to be coming on in here. Let's see what he's going to be able to do. And, Ghost with the MP5. Very nice to see some different weapons kind of being thrown around here. Juan Cena coming on in. He's going to get quickly taken down. Boston Burgers, they're going to hold down this P1 fairly well. And they got the rotation heading into P2 here as well. Gianca going to be holding up the front of the hill, going to be able to find that kill onto Poseidon fairly easily. Exo Ghost maybe making his way through. Laundry here could get something going on, but Wonton very quickly will be able to get him before he can make any more progress here on this map. Dirty Dan now trying to see if he can get his trade. Wonton will get taken down, but Gianca will be able to get that kill inside of Laundry. Boston Burgers, they have a decent setup here, but of course they also got to watch out for that front push, as there's going to be Gianca picking up a nice little two-piece. They are looking for one more, that being Exo Ghost. Wonton not going to be able to find him, but it is Gianca who will be able to clean it up. But of course, it's not over just yet, as the push is still happening, and LA Dweebs not letting up.
Yeah, they are not, but you think they should. Poseidon, he's going to fight this off. His team is rotating, so he says, all right, I'll just spawn up on my boys. So he hits that one last time, but Boston Burgers, first two hills, showing that they're a good hardpoint team, proving their dominance. This rotation is on, but the LA Dweebs, they are here. They need to make this a big hill so they can come back in this game. Get 30, 40 points will be considered a big hill. So now here comes the push from these Boston Burgers, two coming from the front, one player coming from mid. That is player 6. I think Raven has got around to the back, so this is going to make life a little bit hard for the LA Dweebs as the tacticals are coming in from the Boston Burgers. Here comes the push. There's one kill. Can Mr. One Time find a second? No, he cannot. Kill feed lights up. It's lighting up red and green like it's Christmas, but no team is on this hill. They know that these Boston Burgers have these back spawns, so I guess they're trying to push for the spawns to make sure to make sure they have the spawn control.
Yeah, absolutely. Here, LA Dweebs able to try and sneak their way into this point, but you see Boston Burgers coming in from behind, looking to maybe try and grab the remainder of this time on this P3. Shots are coming in. That's going to be a team kill from the side of Mr. Wonton. Not going to be something you want to see here. Juan Cena will be able to clean him up, and just like that, LA Dweebs will be able to grab the remainder of that scrap time here. And it looks like they might also have a rotation. Gianca, though, inside of this cubby area, will be able to find two. Can he find the third? And not gonna be able to. Exo Ghost will clean him up, but it is gonna be Poseidon, or sorry, that was gonna be Diablo to be able to clean him up there. LA Dweebs have the hold here. Poseidon nearly in the wrong side of the hill. Could have been very problematic there, but it is LA Dweebs who still have the control here. Diablo trying to go in for the aggressive play. Juan Cena will punish him. And just like that, LA Dweebs holding it out here. But it looks like... wait, never mind. Boston Burgers are going to be the ones spawning out very far towards that street side. Will have to try and work their way over to try and break this hill. But LA Dweebs with a really great setup now. Bringing it back, closing that gap that Boston Burgers was able to build earlier. Now, heading into the second set of rotations, we're definitely going to be having a much closer game here.
Yeah, man. Dweebs fought all the way back to gain the lead. Now this P1 is going to be big. Gianca has been big gun. 13-6 for the Boston Burgers. So let's see what she can do to hold down this P1. They got their corners. They're just sitting in the corners waiting for these LA Dweebs players to run in as the kill feed lights up green as the Boston Burgers are getting the kills that they need. LA Dweebs spawning up in the back, coming through this mid alley. Let's see how they break in. The tacticals are in. Gianca is back. She fires shots. Can she get a kill? No. 2 kills. Lights up for the LA Dweebs. LA Dweebs here. Mr. Wonton, Raven, last 2 up for the defense. Can they hold them off? They did. They should get You see the rotation probably coming in for LA Dweebs. Player 1 and player 2 are in this street. Looking like they're going to rotate. Can they find player 6? Player 6 barely gets out with his life. You see Boston Burgers are going to get ready for this rotation. Trying to get us a scrap time. It's going to be up to player 7. Can he hold it down? No, he cannot. The rotation is on. P2 should be in the favor of the Boston Burgers.
Yeah, we'll have to see about that there. As LA Dweebs, they do get the spawns in. Big gunfight there from Poseidon in the back. Oh my goodness! Exo Ghost almost got the turn and burn there, but is not going to be able to complete it, unfortunately. Dirty Dan is going to be the one trying to hold down Bedroom, and he will be able to find the kill. And just like that, LA Dweebs still keeping it close. But they also got to pay attention. This break through the front, no one's watching it. They got to be careful, because they could easily slip in and grab this time. Boston Burgers trying to force their way through, as it does seem like Raven able to get in. Gonna get taken down. Mr. Wontown now, time to step it up. Not gonna happen. He's gonna get quickly taken care of as well. Juan Cena playing a little too aggressive, going to get punished for it. And just like that, LA Dweebs still holding down this hill fairly nicely here. Boston Burgers just gonna have to make their rotation back over towards that P3. And it looks like Dirty Dan's gonna be the one to try and meet them halfway here. Oh, Raven gets killed off of Mr. Wonton with the trade. This should allow them to get this rotation in, get a nice setup here on this P3, and be able to grab a massive amount of time. But we'll have to see if Juan Cena can say something about that.
He's in the back looking looking for El Diablo. Finds him, takes him down. Oh, Poseidon and Juan Cena's teammates are there for the kill. That is the LA Dweeb break. Spawns are spawning out in their favor. The game may have just changed in the favor for the LA Dweebs. Big break for Boston Burgers. They're trying to break this in through the back as all the others sending everybody through the back. Couple players are coming through this mid alleyway, but Juan Cena, he is keen to it. Can he get one? Oh, he does find one. He cannot find the second. His teammates are there, but 2 kills lights up for the Boston Burgers. This should be the break they need. They know these players are spawning up in the back, so they can just put their gunny to the back. This will be a great break for them, but it's a contest fest at this hill. Boston Burgers with the kills. Let's see the rotation being put on. It's only one player there. It's player 6, Raven. He's going to have to hold the line for as long as he can to not let these LA Dweebs get in, but it's the kill feed lights up. 3 kills in their favor. LA Dweebs have control of this hill.
Oh my goodness, LA Dweebs really just trying to, grab as much kill time as possible. So far, this has been a very close game. Another 4-man wipe coming on in. This time, it's going to be from the side of Boston Burgers onto this P4. LA Dweebs spawning inside of Bank and going to try and force their way in. That artillery will be able to find one, that being El Diablo, but they still got to find a multitude of other players. Mr. Wonton hiding in that credit corner will find one. Not going to find much else there, however. Juan Cena, checks the cubby, and it will find that player, but he's going to get quickly traded out. No one on the time as of now. El Diablo now trying to step it up, but LA Dweebs, they already got the reinforcements in as they are trying to lock down this point, and just like that, they'll try and grab the remainder of this time. Boston Burgers, they're trying to contest in here. Dirty Dan, trying to get the kill. Not going to happen. We'll get taken down, and just like that, heading back over towards P1 once again. No one really here set up for the rotation. It'll be LA Dweebs to start it off here. They got to be attention because here comes the people from Gold. They'll be able to take them down. Gianco with a nice little 2-piece. Great stuff from her, and they should be able to clean it up all around. Boston Burgers already preparing to try and make their way over towards that P2, but they still have Juan Cena to worry about, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be a problem anymore.
No, it's not. They got control of P1. They made sure to get rid of Juan Cena to get control of P2. Because it's definitely going to go there. This game is already on our 3rd set of rotations. Big break-in by the LA Dweebs. They're keeping their lead that they need to keep. But now the most important thing they got to work on is try to get control of the spawns. Dirty Dan is going to try to be that guy to do that. He finds one. Let's see how many he can find. But that's it. He just finds one. He backs up, but the chase is on Gianca. She's shallowing everything. She's not losing her battles, and that's Dirty Dan out of there. So P2 should be in the favor of his Boston Burgers. 190-166 the score.
Oh yeah, and this is going to be massive. We're beginning to get into the later half of this hard point, so now all these hills are really going to matter. That's a massive 2-player down here from the side of LA Dweebs. This could allow them to get the push, and they got a player inside of top PD, but that's 2 players down for them here. LA Dweebs trying to make the presence known outside of this point, but Dirty Dan very low, will get killed off. Nice shots coming in from Diablo here as Boston Burgers are going to try and hold it down. Dweebs pushing through street side, trying to get what they as close to the hill as possible, but they're getting instantly shredded, instantly deleted by Boston Burgers. They are not letting up whatsoever. Diablo on the 5-3, looking to get these streaks, but here we go, heading into this P3. This could possibly be where this map ends here, depending on how good LA Dweebs is able to hold this hill down. But you do see that Raven made his way into the library, will get quickly shut down, and LA Dweebs are actually spawning over back towards the P2. Boston Burgers trying to make their way through the street side. It's going to be a big old push coming in from the Boston Burgers, but they might be able to make it. Still got to find some kills to get into this point. Juan Cena going to be the most important one. That's going to be able to allow them to get into the back spawns here. Shaky shots from Gianca, but it's going to be the teammates to help her out in finding that kill. LA Dweebs in a bit of a tough position right now. Boston Burgers, they got the play coming on in, but it is going to be Dirty Dan to try and hold this down for his squad, and he's going to get quickly shut down.
Yeah, he does. Big break by the Boston Burgers to not let it in here. Making a rotation made to the face. Mistakes were made, and that mistake could be a big costly mistake, but no, LA Dweebs are still on this hill. Teammates are there to have his back. Turn up the Dirty Dan with the MP5, trying to do everything he can to hold this hill as long as he can, but the biggest thing is his rotation. Juan Cena got himself onto this bus, which is a power position. The rest of his teammates are on this hill. They're spawning up on the street. This could be the last hill. Big break coming in for the Boston Burgers.
Oh, this is going to have to be a massive break indeed. LA Dweebs, they can win off of this hill, but it looks like Boston Burgers are having a bit of trouble. They don't have a lot of good map control here. Poseidon and Juan Cena trying to pick off Raven. Raven going to really need to try and hold out, but he's going to get punched in the face. Mr. Wonton makes his way through the back of the street, trying to go in for the pinch. They'll be successful at that. Boston Burgers make their break onto the hill. 10 seconds is all that remains for LA Dweebs to try and win it here, but Boston Burgers, they could also win it off of this hill as well. They just need to try and hold it out. Poseidon makes his way through mid. He finds one Mr. Wonton with a nice trade. He's on a 5-3 now, maybe trying to find some streaks. Mr. Wonton going absolutely massive on this hill. 3 more seconds, but LA Dweebs, they are able to make the break happen. They gotta find the kills inside of Cubby. Boston Burgers need to try and get them out as soon as possible here if they do want to try and get this victory, but the contest is going to be in, but the rotation towards P1, look who's there. It's going to be Boston Burgers, and just like that, what a crazy map one. Another very close start to a series.
Man, oh man, we started off with some bangers. 250, 243. Moscow hot form, trying to see who gets there first, who's going to win that battle. So here we go. Like you said, we got the bomb lights going towards its A site, and look like we got some Boston Burger players already there.
Yeah, it looks like they are prepared to see what's going to go on. Look at Gianca, however, pushing through this catwalk. Will be able to find a nice flank there onto Poseidon just like that. Exoghost will be able to answer onto Mr. Wonton here. 2v3 scenario for the side of LA Dweebs. Bomb still right there. They got to try and find what's going to work best for them. Dirty Dan able to find one, even things out. Raven will get taken down, and just like that, a 1v1 here between Gianca and Dirty Dan, two really great SMG players that I've seen so far, and we're going to see who's going to be able to win the first round of the search and destroy. They both barely miss each other there, but of course, Dirty Dan has to go for that bomb, try and go for a try and, plant it somewhere soon. Less than 30 seconds remaining now. Could maybe try and rotate over towards B, but look at Gianca already there waiting on Dirty Dan to make that play. But it looks like Dirty Dan will be able to make his way towards that A site. Should be able to get it planted down nice and easy. And just like that, now the real game begins.
Yeah, now the overtake hasn't happened from Gianca. She's already here on to this top train platform. So she got here pretty fast. Oh, I think she may have seen the feet of Dirty Dan. She did. Now she's going for the chow. This is going to be an all-out war. I think they may have just seen each other. Okay, they just ran right around each other. Dirty Dan jumping up. Now the chase is on. Gianca now jumping on the bomb. Let's see. She's going for the defuse. She's jumping on the defuse. Let's see if Dirty Dan get the time in. He gets the time in. LA Dweebs take the map one.
Oh, that was very scary there. They were really just like missing each other by so much. Whenever in that last 1v1, man, that was so crazy. But Dirty Dan, just again, great start for him right here. Great start for the squad. Of course, getting that first round victory. Now we're going to see if they can keep this going, of course, as they will be on the defensive side here. Now Boston Burger is going to have to try and maybe see if they can do a little bit better here on the attacking side. Maybe let's see what this play is going to be. Pushing through trains now. They're going to try and get into that instant engagement as Raven will be able to win his against Juan Cena. Dirty Dan trying to shoot through the stairs. Not going to happen. Mr. Wonton cleans him up, and just like that, Boston Burgers giving themselves a big old lead, and the bomb will be easily planted. Poseidon now left in the 1v4 scenario. Let's see how he tries to get this done.
Yeah, they know exactly where his ass had to back up, go down this catwalk, but now he gets beamed up by the Boston Burgers. Great rebound round to go to that B site, get full control of that B site, and then just make it really hard for these LA Dweebs to retake.
Yeah, I mean, great stuff overall. Boston Burgers definitely going for a bit more of an aggressive approach here to these attacking rounds. Just going to try and make their way through. Gianca nearly killed her own teammate there, but I guess it was worth it in the end. She was still able to get that kill and to give them that round. And yeah, so yeah, Boston Burgers, they definitely want to take a more aggressive approach. Just try and get into that bomb site as quickly as possible. LA Dweebs seem to just kind of just be playing a bit more of a slower approach. We'll see. We'll see which one works out, because so far both of them have have had their better strategies. So let's see how this is going to go for LA Dweebs, as it seems like they're heading straight towards this A side. Mr. Wonton might be the first one to find a player here. Oh, but he's going to get caught off guard by Ghost just like that. LA Dweebs, they have the lead in the live count. Now they just got to try and get this bomb planted down. They still got to be careful because Raven is right around the corner.
Yeah, Raven's right there, but the bomb is down at A. 2-2 is the life. So nobody has the advantage. Raven with a big battle. Gianca takes out Poseidon. Raven takes down Dirty Dan, and Boston Burgers with a big defensive round. 2v2. Gianca and Raven, they win that battle. Both of them are sitting at a 5-1, and that's them just being big for their team.
Yeah, great stuff. Raven got some outstanding timing there onto Dirty Dan, catching him off guard while he's trying and get into the train, just, obviously out in the open, just really not much he could do in that situation. So Raven really coming in clutch. And of course, Gianca winning her own 1v1 there against Poseidon to just kind of close it out, give them the check mark there for that round. And now giving them the lead here so far in the search and destroy. Gianca beginning to streak up here. So is Raven so far. Both of them looking to maybe capture some streaks sooner or later, but we'll have to see how that's going to go. Might be the case if they pull off another successful attack round, and it looks like they're just going to go ahead and do the exact same thing. Juan Cena going to be the first one. Definitely going to try and play a little bit slow here, not going to try and chow out, knows that he's going to get absolutely destroyed if he tries to do that. Oh, but Poseidon going to get taken down again. Boston Burgers just running into the face of LA Dweebs and just wiping them off of the face of the earth. Now Dirty Dan going to have to see what he can do here inside of tickets.
It's going to be a big battle for Dirty Dan, but he cannot win it because Mr. Wonton is winning his gun battles. Now he's Exo Ghost on the flank. See if he can get around these Boston Burgers.
Yep.
But no, he cannot, because Boston Burgers have full control of the B side. 2 offenses in a row. We saw these Boston Burgers. They ran over as quick as they can, get to the B side, get full control, send one player up platform, and after that, it is just really hard to overtake once they got control of the site.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I said, these aggressive plays towards this B side are really working out here for Boston Burgers. LA Dweebs having some trouble trying to really deal with them here, because, they're expecting them to kind of just, slowly creep up onto them into their angles. But no, you saw that one player inside of stairs, he wasn't expecting, I don't know who it was that pushed up against him, just absolutely come into his face. He wasn't expecting that. Great aggression from Boston Burgers. LA Dweebs, they might want to try and start answering back sooner or later, because that might cause them some problems. Gianca finding another one, adding on to her streak right now. Exo Ghost might be able to creep up onto, I believe that's Mr. Wonton here, and Gianca getting killed off. I think she got at least one of the streaks there to at least get out of it, so that's still great from her end, but we still need to see more from her 3 other teammates if they do want to get another round under their belt. 3v3 right now, as it looks like this might be B hit here for the side of LA Dweebs.
Yeah, they're trying to rotate this back to the B side, but El Diablo could play spoiler if they run right in front of his face.
Oh,
There is a big kill right there by Dirty Dan onto
oh,
Raven. Oh, El Diablo gets beaten by Exo Ghost. Now it's up to Mr. Wonton to try to
ah.
end this round for the Boston Burgers, but he gets taken down, and LA Dweebs stay in this fight 3-2.
Honestly, Mr. Wonton there could have gotten some great timing onto Dirty Dan, but unfortunately, that player up there on Catwalk was able to catch him before he can get anything done. And just like that, that's going to be the round there for LA Dweebs. A nice little answer back there. Now, again, they just got to see how they want to deal with these, players on Boston Burgers when it comes to these, B approach, of course. They're getting rushed on, they're getting pushed. They're really just not expecting them. So maybe they're going to get the read on them here. Boston Burgers going for it a third time in a row. Why not? It's been working out for you guys. Just go for it and keep on going. Exo gonna try and come on in, but he's gonna get quickly taken down. One player does get killed off, that being El Diablo. Poseidon now in a bit of an uncomfortable gunfight. Oh, but the team kill coming on in. There goes Mr. Wonton. Juan Cena now in the 1v2 scenarios. Got to be very careful as he has to deal with these two players, and it looks like the pinch might be made. Gianca will clean him up, and just like that, Boston Burgers, another attack round under their belts. And so far, man, their strategy has been unbeaten.
Yeah, they just push over to this site and they just win their gun battles. And once Gianca gets a call of a player, she's just gonna push him as quick as she can and just make it very uncomfortable. So Boston Burgers right now, they got their search and destroy plan, they got their game plan on, they know what to do, and then their aggressive play is just overwhelming LA Dweebs right now.
Yeah, really. I mean, this aggressiveness from Boston Burgers really doing them some wonders. LA Dweebs definitely, they got some decent strategies here, but again, they're just really not really having a good time, responding to this aggressive play. El Diablo gets killed off, first blood right there. Mr. Wonton will be able to answer back for the kill onto Dirty Dan. Ghost will clean him up, and just like that, it is going to be Raven in the 1v3 scenario. Exo Ghost could be trying to make a play towards that B side, and it looks like he got two players pushing up. Raven not going to be able to connect the shots. LA Dweebs still keeping it close, 3-4 now in the search and destroy.
Yeah, man, they're not going away, and that's what you like to see. Great play out of them, to get the kills that they needed, win those battles, and then to get that last trade by Juan Cena at the end was big to keep them 3-4. See if they can get a back-to-back round win. If they can stop this offense attack of Boston Burgers. You gotta know they're going to A, so you gotta think they would send their forces to A this time, but we'll see.
And again, I mean, somewhat of a similar strategy this time, and it's not going to be all four people sending onto that B side. Still going aggressive. This time, LA Dweebs pushing all the way through mid. Might actually be able to catch Boston Burgers off guard here, but you still got that player number 7, Mr. Wonton, who's still pushing through trains. Exogo's able to spot him, but Mr. Wonton gets the beams onto him just like that. And Boston Burgers looking to actually reroute, making their way over towards his A side. This could be a really great play for them here. It doesn't seem like anyone from LA Dweebs is reading on it. However, Juan Cena trying to get a kill there. He will be able to get one, and that should give his teammate the information. But that's going to be another big gunfight win there from the side of Gianca. Now Poseidon left in the 1v2 scenario, not to make sure that Boston Burgers doesn't get to this map point. It's going to be a big play here from Poseidon to see if he can maybe get it done, but the stick is in. Boston Burgers now map point in the search and destroy. Oh, man, you hate to see it.
Yeah, man. Talking about the timing, right when you get up those stairs, you catch a nade right to the face and it's stuck right to you, take you out. But that map was good for the Boston Burgers. I mean, there's when they gunfight, they rerouted back to A. They didn't even need the plant. Now they're on match point for the defense. Let's see if LA Dweebs can hold them off, or will this be match point here?
We'll have to see about that, man. So far, Boston Burgers, they got the strategies on them, and now they got to see if they can just finish it out, close it up, and get it going. Oh, but Gianca playing a little bit too aggressive. Exogos will be able to punish her there. Mr. Wonton left by his lonesome, but the nade from Juan Cena actually going to kill him. Oh, you hate to see it there. 2v3 scenario. These nades have been absolutely catastrophic for both sides, man. My goodness gracious. And yeah, no, 2v3 scenario here for the side of Boston Burgers. If they win this, they win the search and destroy. They go up 2-0, but it looks like El Diablo will be left in the 1v3.
Yeah, the 1v3 for El Diablo. Looks like the bomb may be making its way over to this A site. El Diablo's gonna have to make the play. He's gonna have to try to be sneaky as he can if he wants to win this round, or he's gonna have to just be aggressive. They're making his way over to A site. He's just over here as B. I think I wish he would have just moved over to that A site, got himself into a better position, but now he's gonna have to try to make the play from this ticket booth, which seems like it may be a little bit harder. He finds Dirty Dan. There's one kill on the Dirty Dan, but now his position is known. They know where he's coming from, and there goes the LA Dweebs holding on, forcing around 10. Let's see if they can force around 11 here.
We're going to have to see about that. El Diablo got a nice kill there onto Dirty Dan. Unfortunately, though, Poseidon was able to quickly get to that, catwalk and be able to just look over towards that train station and quickly take him down. But it is still Boston Burgers who only need one more round to secure this victory. LA Dweebs still need to win 2 more. We'll have to see how this is going to go here. Boston Burgers finally switching up their strategy now. I think that they realize that at this point in the game, you can't rely on it for too long. There goes Juan Cena, Poseidon trying to see what he can do. There goes Exo Ghost. Now 2v4 scenario here. LA Dweebs, again, aggressiveness from Boston Burgers. Now that they switched over towards the safe side, LA Dweebs did not, I guess, anticipated how aggressive they'll be here. Now it's Poseidon left in the 1v3 scenario, and just like that, it is going to be absolutely massive. He finds Mr. Wanton at the very least, but they know his position. There's not much he can do here. Less than 30 seconds remaining on the bomb, trying to push up on in, and it's just not going to work out. Boston Burgers will be able to clean up on that search and destroy and get the victory.
Yeah, man. I mean, just straight up going, being aggressive like they normally do. And Bianca look like she may be that player. But here we go. LA Dweebs, Boston Burgers. LA Dweebs are on the offense trying to fight for their series lives. There's 2 opening kills, one by Juan Cena, followed up by Dirty Dan. Big 2 pieces start this hill up. Look at that kill from Poseidon onto El Diablo. So word to Gems. They're stacking the A site. Two ticks out the way. Here goes the third of Wonton. Doesn't get a contest. He does get a slight contest onto the hill, but to no avail. That A site is all LA Dweebs. Lives are in their favor, 28-22, and now they're on their way to the B site.
A very fiery start here for LA Dweebs, able to take down that A side, in a matter of seconds. Great stuff coming in from them here. Boston Burgers will be able to answer that back onto that B side, but look at the amount of map control LA Dweebs has over this entire B side. They have it all right now. All they need to do is just push up a little bit more, try and get into that kitchen side, and just be able to truly lock down this entire map. And we might be seeing an incredibly quick first round start here. And my goodness, man, the Beamers are coming on in. They are just finding so many great kills, and LA Dweebs, a crazy first start in this round. Oh my god, you couldn't have asked for a better start here.
I don't know if they just with Gems jump into their team chat and said, hey guys, all you need to do is stack the point. Word to Gems, just stack the point and you guys can get this control one very quickly. And that's what we saw. We saw a 3-stack on A, 3-stack on B. And by the time Boston Burgers had any time to react, the map was over.
Yeah, again, just an absolutely immaculate start, especially with, how it's been going for you guys so far. This is probably the best thing to happen for LA Dweebs right now, as Poseidon's already about second streak, and Juan Cena trying to find the kills inside of Made of Ghost will be able to help him out here, killing him off. Nice trade, but Boston Burgers stacked up onto this point, watching each other's backs. Diablo will get quickly taken down. Dirty Dan in the back, but there goes Poseidon, and now Ghost will be the one to try and just find this last player in Raven. Mr. Wonton now will be trying to help his teammate out. And it looks like Boston Burgers will not be able to secure this A side as efficiently as LA Dweebs were. They will have to go ahead, make their way over towards B, which no one from the side of LA Dweebs besides Juan Cena here really able to answer back right now. Juan Cena going to get killed off, so this B side should be a lot of progress made over here. But Boston Burgers, so far, not doing too bad of a job.
Yeah, great answer back for the Boston Burgers. Now they got the 3-sack. Word to Gems on the B side. B is secured. 19-23. Lives in the favor of the Boston Burgers. And this would be crazy. We just see 2 back-to-back offensive rounds. And there goes the push over to A. The reinforcements are here. Kills are going back and forth. Looking like it's won by the LA Dweebs. Player 2, Juan Cena, last player there on the hill, waiting for the reinforcements to arrive. Dirty Dan trying to be aggressive, trying to get in the spawn, trying to spawn them back over there on that AC side behind that apartment, which he did. So it's going to be a long sprint for Boston Burgers to get to the A side.
Yeah, I mean, Gianca, being a very big force to handle with here, but they also still got to worry about Poseidon and Dirty Dan. Finally, Dirty Dan getting killed off here. Now, that's all they need to find is Poseidon, and this should be golden for them here. Oh, but look at Mr. Wonton. Could find a good flank here. Raven trying to find a player onto Zig. He will be able to get it done, as it's going to be Juan Cena on this A side. Gianca will lose the gunfight there if Juan Cena holding it down for his team. And now, looking at the lives, 9-12, both teams running low on these lives. Got to be very careful here. If you're either squad, just you need to be very careful with your lives. Do not want to lose them, as it looks like they just need to get this 1 tick, and that's it. The lives are now evened out. Poseidon still inside of top red right now, just causing so many problems. LA Dweebs are just all over this red side, man. They are literally just inside of it. No one from Boston Burgers have been able to take any of them out right now, and this is very problematic, especially where we're at the moment here. Mr. Wonton will clear that 1 player out, looking for top laundry. L is going to not be able to find him, as the push is going to be made. All he needs is this 1 tick, and this round will be secured for them here, but it is 5-6 in the live count, so the Dweebs just need to hop onto the point contested for as long as they can, and the cruise missiles coming in. Poseidon finds 2. Oh my goodness, 2v4 scenario. It is going down to the wire here. See who's going to be able to take it.
Yeah, it's going to be a big kill. They got to get rid of Poseidon.
Ooh.
They do get rid of Poseidon. But if you are LA Dweebs, you may have lost that defense there. But for Poseidon to lose life there, you make sure you maintain the segment advantage, the tick advantage. So you do have the tick advantage, but still 2 officers in a row to start off this raid control. I mean, it gets no better than this, Kimchi.
Yeah, it really doesn't, Goon. I mean, the fact of the matter is that Boston Burgers, they are looking to clean this up. They are looking to just get the 3-0 sweep and be done with their night. LA Dweebs, however, they're putting in an absolute great fight. And now we're going to see if they can try and get another round in to get them a little bit closer to getting this controlled victory. Kills are coming on in now. Diablo will be the first one from the side of Boston Burgers to hop onto this point for the contest. Mr. Wonton will be able to clean out Ghost, but it is Dirty Dan who gets the trade in. They still got to worry about this 1 player on top, and that is going to be El Diablo, who's trying to just keep it going, just keep this position into his favor. Raven sneaks himself into red here, and that should be AA side in control, but look at who's already over at B. It is LA Dweebs, and we'll see how they can do it here. That pool side not going to be able to get defended as well. Exo Ghost will have to be the one to try and hold it down. They got 2 ticks into that B side. Great push on them here. Poseidon looking to clean out that flank, and that's exactly what's going to be happening. B side will get cleared out now. A is all that they need to get this next round victory.
Yeah, man, both of these teams do a great job of just getting to the next point when 1 point is overwhelmed by opponents. They just making sure they get to the next point. But now there's only 1 segment for these teams to get. It's going to be tough. As you can see that the map position is starting to get pressed up. Raven is trying to get control, but Juan Cena is a great big kill right now. They got to find Gianca. Gianca's going to be playing this little back alley, back red building. And this is what I was talking about before the match started. You get a player like Gianca, you get in this little credit corners. It's going to be a nuisance, but Exo Ghost finds her, but still Exo Ghost is there with no reinforcements, no teammates to have his back. 16-19 is the lives in the favor of the Boston Burgers. 1:35 on the clock. The ladies, they still got a little bit of time to try to get to this A side, but Boston Burgers, their defense are holding up strong.
Yeah, some great defense overall, just holding down this A side, of course, but look at the lives for LA Dweebs, 12-18. They're running low on lives fairly quickly, and Diablo, massive 2-piece to clear out that flank, and look how far LA Dweebs are spawning out right now, man. Gianca playing her life inside of Jim. Just doesn't get the right timing, but we'll be able to hear Dirty Dan trying to push up from from Red, and now is going to try and just continue to hold down this position. I mean, Boston Burgers really showing off their dominance right now in this round here, as they are just making sure that LA Dweebs doesn't get anywhere near this point whatsoever. Poseidon just pushing in, or just trying to find this, the ability to get into this point. Might be able to catch Gianca off guard. Not going to happen. Gianca is just not a player that you can mess with right now. She is just finding so many outstanding kills. And now, with 4 lives remaining, LA Dweebs is going to have to pull off an absolutely immaculate comeback if they do want to see this round go into their favor.
Yeah, man. I said you get that ratty player like Gianca that's just gonna just take so many lives away from you, not allowing you to get to the point, not allowing you the quickest route to the A site. And there's at least 2 of the LAD players alive. Now just 1. All of the Exo Ghost trying to make his way. He makes it 14 lives, but this is round favor of the Boston Burgers, and now they're just 1 round away from closing this out.
Yeah, man. I mean, LA Dweebs, they had such a fiery start at the beginning. They were able to clear out both points in like record time, but Boston Burgers, they regained. They knew the strategy. They just played it so well. They were able to get players inside of that red building, just be able to spawn them as far as possible. Gianca just doing an absolutely great job, just playing her role as that aggressive SMG player, really just getting into the faces of LA Dweebs and winning so many big gunfights. Just a great job from her, and so far a great job from the entirety of the Boston Burgers. Now only 1 more round away from securing the 3-0 sweep and improving their record.
Yeah, man. 20-11 behind Gianca. Mr. Wonton, 19-14. 2 big dogs for the Boston Burgers, doing what they need to do. Going to this A side. Gianca's first here. She gets the first blood, but she instantly gets traded out. But there's 2 more Boston Burgers there to have her back as they are on this A side. Look like they're trying to get A off the way first before they try to go to this B side. And you can see Raven trying to push up 5-1, but there is the trade. Kill feed lighting up red and green, but Boston Burgers still have control of this hill. Gonna be up to El Diablo to hold off this LA Dweeb push, and he finds 1, finds 2, but cannot find the 3rd as Dirty Dan cleared up the hill. But Mr. Wonton, he is on pursuit. He knows if he can find this player, he can get him off the hill. So he's going for the child. He's looking for him. He knows he's around this rock. He got to go on. He got to contest, so he doesn't let that whole segment go away. But too many LA Dweebs around, forcing a B push for the Boston Burgers. 22-21 is the life count. Less than a minute left on the clock. Here goes a streak to clear off that B site temporarily. And let's see what LA Dweebs can do here.
We'll have to see. Boston Burgers trying to make their way over towards that B side. Juan Cena will be the first set of defense, but it will get quickly taken care of. Mr. Wonton now going to try and push up from full steps. Finds 1. Ooh, nearly locks onto Ghost there, but is not going to be able to complete the kill. El Diablo making his way over towards that A side. Maybe looking to try and clean this up while his teammates are focusing over towards B. Looks like B will get cleaned up by LA Dweebs. El Diablo, ooh, not paying attention to the left side, looking for that kill, and it looks like it is going to be El Diablo who finds that kill onto Dirty Dan. A is going to get secured. 1 tick already on that B side. 2 more ticks, and it all ends here, Goon. They just need to get this break in, and it could be over here for LA Dweebs.
Yeah, man. Big kill going to the back between Poseidon and Diablo. Now the Rian teammates are here. Can Juan Cena hold them off? He finds 1. Can he find 2? No, he cannot find Mr. Wonton. That may help out for Boston Burgers to get this control. Exo Ghost has his control on top of the top apartment building. So that may be a big spot for him to spawn out these Boston Burgers towards that A side and make it a long sprint for them. Only a minute on the clock. 14-10 are the lives in the favor of the LA Dweebs. Here comes some more streaks on the hill. Know that none of the players are there. Exo Ghost does get a kill onto Mr. Wonton. This is the battle now for B. Both teams trying to make it to this pool side, trying to push up. Player 8 closest predator on the point.
This is going to be really crazy here. 14-9 on a live count. Boston Burgers got to be very careful. The LA Dweebs also got to be a bit careful. Even though they have the lead, they do not want to get a little bit over their heads here, as there was only 30 seconds remaining on the round clock. All they need to do is just find these next few kills onto Boston Burgers, and they should be able to tie this up, bring us over to a round 5. But the artillery is going to be able to find one onto Juan, but it's going to accidentally kill Gianca, I believe. And now, oh, look at this. They got to make the play here, but there's no one from the side of LA Dweebs able to make the break happen. However, oh, there's still one more player remaining on the point. Oh my gosh. Boston Burgers will be able to clean it out just like that in the end and secure the 3-0 sweep against LA Dweebs. Great stuff here overall, and that was one hell of a series.
Yeah, it was, man. You gotta think about that streak. I think.